I didn't tell my friends I started this YouTube channel, and somehow they found it anyways. Okay, that's not completely fair. Maybe one or two of them knew, but it wasn't really something I was talking about. I wasn't sending links, I wasn't asking for feedback. It was kind of more so it's like if you knew, you knew, but we wasn't finna talk about it. The only person I was sharing this with, talking about this with, was my boyfriend. But yeah, this channel is something I've always wanted to do. I've talked about this a little bit on here. I actually tried 4 years ago in college. I posted one video and then I stopped. It's still up. But this time around, I stayed quiet because I just didn't feel ready. I kept telling myself I'll share it once it was better, once I was better, once it looked more put together. But if I'm being honest, there was also this quieter thought underneath it all. And that was, what if people I know and actually care about see this and think it's cringe? Because obviously, like, that's the worst thing that could ever happen is people thinking I'm cringe. But no, for real, it I knew that even though I know my friends and I know they're not like that, I still had that fear because it wasn't really about them, right? It was about me not feeling ready to be seen while I still felt like I was figuring it out. But one of my friends, she was subscribed all those years ago, and she found my new videos. And she didn't just find them. She did what any great friend would do, which is she watched it. She supported me. She hyped me up. So I really shouldn't be surprised when she had posted it in the group chat. But I was. And I kind of just froze, because it's one thing to post something and move on from it. It's a whole other thing when people you actually know are suddenly looking at it. And it wasn't even just that for me. It wasn't just that they were seeing it. It was also the internal shift that happened for me. Like, wait, this is real now, People I know are seeing something I still don't feel fully confident in. And suddenly it just wasn't just about this channel anymore. It was more so um me being worried that I'm being perceived before I felt ready. And I think that's what made me panic a little. And not because they said anything negative, of course, because they didn't. They're amazing people and they were actually very supportive. Love y'all. But it's because in my head, I already felt like I should be further along in this process, in this growth process, before I tell them about it. So I just started overthinking everything I posted, questioning it if it was enough, wondering if it should have waited. Instead of just being excited, that I could finally fully share this with my friends, my first instinct was to shrink. But of course, they showed up exactly how you would expect real friends to show up. They poured into me, and the friend that actually posted it said something that I really had to sit with, which was she said when I was sharing all my fears about yada yada yada, not feeling ready to share it, blah blah blah, and she said, "You're just being yourself, and being yourself is good enough." And you know what? I really had to sit with that because she is so right. And it's because sometimes it's just hard for me to really sit in that because I'm someone who lives in my head a lot. I talked about that a little, right? I overthink interactions, I replay conversations, I analyze how I come across, even with people I'm comfortable with. So, even being around people can sometimes feel like I'm performing without meaning to. And actually, I bring that up because before I got exposed, um, a friend of mine, a friend who's also a part of that group, had came for a visit, and we just hung out. We didn't do anything crazy. We talked, we laughed, we just existed around each other, and I didn't feel like I had to manage myself. Right? I wasn't performing a version of myself. I could just be. And I don't think I realized how rare that is for me until I actually feel it. And I don't know why I just said that because that's not true. I feel like I said that every time. It's kind of like when I hang out with my friends and I'd be like, I didn't realize how much I needed that. Not true, because I always need quality friend time. Always. Did y'all not hear me? My friends are amazing. So I don't know why I said that. But, anyways, it was just amazing, just being able to sit there and exist with somebody that made me feel completely seen. And one thing that moment taught me, like just being with that friend, and also, me being exposed in the group chat and my friends pouring into me, is just the fact that the right people in your life aren't waiting for you to be perfect, right? They just show up for you as you are. And honestly, I just need to get out of my own head. It's more about learning how to be seen without overthinking myself out of it, right? And I'm still figuring that out. But what I'm hoping to hopefully understand is that I don't need to wait until I feel fully ready to be seen. I can just be in it, as I am.